Hey, good morning everybody. This is Robin from Roaming with Rover, and here we are with another one of our Advent teas. So let's see what we've got today. Set that down so it's not lose it. Pulled it out already. It is the Earl Grey black tea. So just plain old Earl Grey this morning. Let's cut it open. Cut. Oh, it is strong. That hit me quick. And my water was on a full-on boil. It started boiling and I kind of half forgot about it. And I'm like, oh no, grab my water. And it was boiling away over there. I had to grab it quick. Okay, we've got it in the water. And let's give it a dip. And every single day I forget my spoon, but dipping this basket up and down seems to take care of it. Because this water is hot, so it's gonna steep fast. Oh yeah, it's already turning dark. So what do we've got here? Earl Grey black tea, and it has a very strong scent. Oh, that's funny because this does not smell like any Earl Grey I've ever had before. It smells very perfumey. That's funny. Okay, Earl Grey black tea. Well, let's see what's in Earl Grey black tea. It has black tea and bergamot. So apparently the bergamot is what gives Earl Grey its very specific flavor. So that must be what I don't love. And the amounts are black tea 98% and bergamot 2%. So it's only got 2% of that. Interesting. See what it smells like. Wow, that's funny because it doesn't, I mean, everybody knows, anybody who drinks tea knows what Earl Grey tea smells like. And this does not smell at all like what I'm used to. This is gonna be interesting. I'm very excited now because I was kind of dreading the Earl Grey day. And yesterday's Earl Grey tasted and smelled like the typical Earl Grey I'm used to. This is really interesting. So yesterday, I did enjoy it. It was the Earl Grey spiced and the chai spiced. And the other flavors mixed with it were fine. There was nothing in it that bothered me, and I did enjoy yesterday's tea. This is gonna be interesting. And, you know, that kind of brings to mind how a lot of times we get in our brain that we're going to like something or we're not going to like something. And for me, I will admit most of the time it's no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. And I think sometimes we kind of get ourselves in a little box of maybe not trying things because we have a preconceived notion that we don't like something, just like this. And it's not that I don't like it, it's just not a favorite. It's not a first choice. If I have anything else to pick from, I'm probably going to pick the other thing. And I know that there are times when I have a favorite something and I'll grab that and I'm disappointed because of the way it's prepared or different brands of things. Even just something as simple as, let's say, Coke and Pepsi. They're basically the same thing. They are colas, but they taste very different. And so this is just an example, I guess, of how a product, an Earl Grey, can taste very different, maybe, depending on which black tea leaves they're using, which bergamot they're using, how much bergamot they're using. That could definitely play into it. And sometimes it's like, you love a certain cookie because that's the cookie that your grandma made for you. And then you go buy it at the store and it doesn't taste anything like that. Mr.'s daughter, oh, she's a wonderful cook. She's a wonderful cook. And she cooks, her specialty is Mexican food. And she was taught to cook Mexican food by her mother-in-law. Oh, fabulous cook. And she makes this special dish for me. And it's a very, very simple dish. And I have gone, it's the only time I ever have had it was when she cooked it. I'd never heard of it before. And it's just a little noodle side dish. And I love it. And I'm going to say the name wrong, but I think it's called Fideo. I think that's how you pronounce it, Fideo. And I have, especially when we were traveling in the southern states, in Arizona and in Texas and in New Mexico. And I would see it on the menu at restaurants, especially when we would go to some of the smaller Mexican restaurants. And I'd go, oh, they've got Fideo. And I would order it and I wouldn't care for it because it isn't made the way Mr.'s daughter makes it. So it's very specific to family, kind of like how your mom makes meatloaf or how your grandma makes spaghetti sauce. You get to like things done a specific way, and that's the way you think it's supposed to be made and the way you think it's supposed to taste. And I find that that's the way it is for a lot of things. So I think sometimes we need to remind ourselves to try things just because we don't like it a certain way. Maybe if we give it a chance, being done a different way or being made by someone else, we might enjoy it. Okay, let's try this. I'm really surprised by this. All right, it's hot, so I gotta be careful here. It's not horrible. It is not at all. I would not mind drinking this. It does not have that strong, I think the Earl Grey that I'm used to kind of has a really strong, almost floral flavor. And this, it has definitely a scent. There's a definite aroma to it, but it doesn't have that strong flavor that I think of when I think of the Earl Grey. I actually like this. Yeah, I do. I like it. I am going to enjoy this cup of tea immensely. And I've got a little project that I'm working on here. I'll give you a little sneak peek of this project. Different thing than what you're used to seeing me work on. Of course, I've got hair on it. There's a big surprise. There is a big surprise. I got hair on a project. So it's a little bracelet that I'm making. I'm beading this. So maybe that'll actually get done. Thank you so very much for joining me this morning for today's Advent tea. And we are getting right down there, aren't we? I hope you guys are able to enjoy a few minutes to sit back and relax with a little cuppa and take a moment to recharge and relax. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.